Welcome back, Local 4 Plus. And this morning, we're getting a close look at just how devastating the Gaylord tornado really was. Entire neighborhoods torn to pieces by the powerful EF3 tornado that touched down Friday afternoon. So we want to go back to Nick Monticelli. And Nick, I was on scene after the Dexter tornado 10 years ago, and man, being there firsthand, just eye-opening, devastating. And I want to get a sense from you, Nick, being there this morning now in the daylight, if you could kind of show us how this thing ripped through different parts of Gaylord and just what it looks like this morning.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Brandon, because when you're on the ground talking to people, you get that firsthand emotion of what people are actually feeling. So we're standing here at the tree line where this tornado started coming towards Gaylord, came over the tree line, hit here, and then made its way right into Nottingham Forest Mobile Estates. This is the mobile home park that was hit the hardest, with 72 lots in here and the majority of them destroyed. Take a look now, live pictures from Drone 4 overhead. And this, Brandon, really gives you a perspective just how bad this was. And what's even worse is that this isn't all of it, right? You've got all of these homes, plus homes on the other side, plus businesses, plus cars and gas stations, all just either leveled or damaged to the point that people can't get back in. But you're absolutely right. When you're here and you start talking to people about this isn't just a tornado anymore. This isn't just some weather event. This is their life. They don't know what to do. Is insurance going to help them? How do they get their stuff? Where are they going to live? How do I get my toothbrush? There's just so many questions. But I think, and Brandon, I think you, of most people, understand this the most, that Mother Nature can do so much. She's so powerful in such a short amount of time.
She doesn't discriminate. I mean, right over I-75, right in that downtown corridor of Gaylord, and then into that mobile home park and other neighborhoods, anything and everything in the path. And, you know, Nick, you've been speaking to a lot of the victims, and you had a guy on earlier, I think his name was Mike, and, you know, you sort of credited him with literally dragging people out of debris piles and saving lives, and the stories that you must be hearing out there. And, you know, it's almost too much for the mind to process, too much for the eyes to see. Just the devastation, 150-mile-an-hour winds. I remember yesterday Tim Pamplin was showing projectiles into the sides of buildings, and you could imagine stuff like that. Incredible, Nick.
So Mike, as you mentioned, was talking about, he was here, saw something weird, green, eerie clouds up in the sky, and then watched the tornado form. He threw his son in his truck, drove him across Main Street, threw him in ABC warehouse, and then came back. And as you mentioned, as soon as that tornado came through, pulling things off of people, pulling people out of the rubble, recognizing that if he didn't do that, they were either going to be dead or not found in time.
So any idea, this is a popular stop, Nick, for all of us heading up north, and just, you know, hearts and prayers kind of thing. What can we do? Is there any way that we can donate our time or materials? What do they need?
Yeah, actually, a couple of organizations have come together and they put together a list. The main things right now actually are totes. You know, those totes you can buy at Home Depot or Lowe's or a hardware store, just bins so you can fill things up to start packing up. And then your basic essential supplies, just things to help you get through the morning. Toothbrush, toothpaste, deodorant, soap. They could also use some Dawn dish detergent to help starting clean some of these things off. So just the things that you might get up and start to use in your morning routine, they could use that over here too. So if you do have plans on coming up, there's a couple of different churches you can drop off, and I promise that they could use all of it. We're live here in Gaylord. Nick Monticelli, Local 4.
Well, you know, as devastating as that all is, incredible work by Nick Monticelli and Tim Pamplin, who was also up there over the weekend, flying the drone, reporting, shooting video, and then, you know, teaming up with Nick to provide more coverage, perspective for us this morning, guys. Thanks a million.